Where do we come from? Where are we going? I was 5 years old, lay under the blanket in the darkness, head filled with these kind of questions. And I remember feeling so anxious and so uncomfortable about it that at one point I just rushed to my parents and was like, "Can you please tell me the answers? I feel like my head is gonna explode." And I was so disappointed that they didn't know. They refused to give me any answers. But to relieve my pain, my dad bought me a tiny telescope to find the answers on my own. I was so excited, so sure it wouldn't take too long to find the truth. Maybe a week or something. I'm not here today to tell you those answers, because I haven't found them yet. But what I want to tell you is that I'm glad that I'm still looking for them. Because what I've come to realize is that many people have stopped asking themselves these questions. They have stopped looking for the answers. I think there are some really worrying consequences when this happens. And the tools for finding the answers for the big questions, natural sciences, like math, are only a sad example. As a part of a student project, I visited my former elementary school on Monday. I asked the kids to write down what they thought was the most important thing they have learned at school. And the most popular answer was math. But I know that when you grow up, at one point, you start hearing all of these comments like, "This is totally useless. I'm never gonna need this when I go to work." Why do we stop asking ourselves the very questions of our existence? I think the reasons are just the same as with math. 1, it's too complicated. 2, it seems useless. Reason number 1, it's too complicated. Let's take an example. Your smartphone right there. How many of you actually know how all of this technology works? Raise your hands. See, if technology is developing faster than ever, and if we don't even know how our everyday gadgets work currently, at some point we're gonna have a lot to catch up. Reason number 2, it seems useless. Like, hey, I'm not gonna be there alive to see where our species is going. Why should I care? Because thinking beyond your own lifespan is the only way to make big changes that can take generations of time. And that kind of changes, they need more people to think about them than we have right now. If no one would be thinking about moving to other planets now, it might be just too late when the problems of overpopulation actually kick in. Where do we come from? Where are we going? Why should you ask yourself this? Why should you care? Simply because it's cool. Isn't it fascinating that we, as human beings, have the ability to think about our own existence, like in the movie in the background? For me, this ability is like a calling for us to explore. It's the first hint of a treasure map. It's a promise that the answers are out there. So instead of trying to get the answers from your parents, take a look in your telescope. So what I want every one of you to do is that go outside when it's dark and when it's clear. Maybe not tonight, because it has been snowing the whole day, but some other night. Go outside, raise your head, and look at the stars. Because the light coming from the stars may have traveled millions of years. And what that means is that when you look at the stars, you're actually looking millions of years past in time. So if you can see a time frame so big with just your eyes, shouldn't that be the scale of your thoughts too? Thank you.